on the talkSPORT app as well. It's Mark Wilson, Chris Mason, Paul Nicholson, Chris Murphy with us today, as well as producer Matt, here at the Palace, the start of a doubleheader. 8 games to come. Mario Vandenbogaerde takes on David Davies, Andrew Gilding, Cam Crabtree, Luke Woodhouse, Boris Kirchmar, and Gary Anderson takes on Adam Hunt. Then tonight, Jeffrey de Graaf takes on the legend that is Paul Lim. Vessel Nyman against Karel Sedlacek. Luke Humphries, looking to regain the title that he won 2 years ago, takes on Ted Everts. And Gabriel Clemens, former semi-finalist here, takes on the American challenger Alex Spellman. Good afternoon, one and all, wherever you're listening around the world. Welcome along for some hashtag darts on the radio. I'm Mark Wilson alongside 2 former PDC stars, Paul Nicholson and Chris Mason. Good afternoon, chaps. Day 3. Well, we've made it to day 3. That's a bonus.
Well, I suppose that was the aim. And the aim of the players today is to write their own story, because this tournament so far has been a lot of talk about what people could potentially do, what kind of pressure people are under. Some people have responded, and we have had one big shock. So we're getting a little bit of everything so far.
Yeah, great night, I thought, last night. We were lucky enough, Mace, to cover that Andreas Harrison-Ross Smith game.
Fabulous game.
It was the upset, but it was everything that this tournament's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we sort of pre-warned the listeners, myself and Nico, that we didn't feel it would be I mean, it goes down in the notepad as a bit of an upset, but for me and Nico, who's watched Andreas Harrison very, very closely certainly over the past 3, maybe 4 years, we know what he has in the locker. We know what he's capable of. We know where his ceiling is at, and he's that typical Swedish mentality, that Scandinavian stoic way about going about his business, and that's exactly what he did. He didn't flicker, or he didn't flap. He just goes about his business and gets it done.
We asked questions of Ross Smith, we asked questions of Damon Heta, and Damon Heta produced a pretty decent display last night, didn't he, beating Steve Lennon 3-1?
Yeah, Abby Davies and I covered that game, and we were talking after set number 3 when Damon had missed chances to win that match. We thought, oh no, here we go again. However, there is a great possibility here for Damon to feel better after losing a set, because he's had setbacks over the last 5-6 months, but the fact that he was able to respond really well after losing set 3, so it's 2-1, and then he doesn't lose another leg, that shows a great deal of determination. And even though his experimental process, which he's been going through over the last year or so, hasn't really paid off for the things that he wants, he's still been winning in 2025, and he won that game last night. He's got a few days to figure out what he does moving forward. He was full of beans in his interview as well with Abby at the end of the day, so it'll be interesting to see what he does in the next round.
Yeah, certainly more positives than negatives, but he's going through something myself and Nico went through many times. You're either brilliant in the scoring phase, or you lose your ability to score but finish brilliantly, and then you score brilliantly and then can't finish your dinner. He's just going through that little flip-flop period of where he can't get both elements of his game on point. I thought he finished. I know he ultimately lost a set because he fluffed his lines in terms of finishing, but in its entirety in that match, his finishing, I thought, was outstanding. Didn't quite have the power scoring that he is known for, but again, it's just about getting both elements of his game right, and when he gets it right, he's going to be a danger. He's going to be risky for anybody.
I was really, really impressed with Gian van Veen last night, because after probably about 2.5 minutes of watching Cristo Reyes, the Spaniard, who has not played here for 6 years, it's as if he'd never been away. His action was really rigid and relaxed at the same time. He looked ready, and he's barely thrown a dart the last few years. He gave himself a month of prep to come into the tournament, and I'm pretty sure that Van Veen knew that was going to be a dangerous match. It really was, and the fact that Van Veen was able to still beat him shows what kind of mood he's in. He is now a genuine threat for New Year darts.
Yeah, I thought Reyes was brilliant. Considering he sort of got off the sofa to go to the qualifier and played outstanding in that, averaged nearly 98, and for the majority of his match, that's the kind of numbers he was posting, and that could have been a real banana skin for Van Veen. Van Veen of a couple of years ago, who come unstuck in round 1, would have lost that game last night, but this
he said that himself last night when we spoke to him. Yeah, the interview on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel right now, if you want to catch up with it. He was really, really good, honest conversation with him. He said, look, I would have probably lost that before. he's got a belief. He's here to win it. He might not. Well, he more or less said that yesterday, but he is here to win it, and he is a genuine contender, isn't he?
As dart players, we all think we can win, but when you actually win something of note, it gives you that credibility in your own belief, and he's got that now. He's not just won a Pro Tour or a Euro Tour. He's won a major. He's won the Europeans.
Yeah, and they'll all say they're here to win it, but there's only a few who will believe they can win it, and he believes he can win it.
When you put your head down on on the pillow at night and shut your eyes, there's some that think or hope. There's other people that believe or they know.
And all the talk is of the two Lukes. Well, he's beaten Humphries twice in 2 finals this year already, so he knows what it takes.
Yeah, he's got Humphries' number at the minute, but it's a slightly different beast here, because if you've climbed this mountain, you're more likely to do it again. We very rarely get new champions, well, apart from the last couple of years, of course, because people have played here and succeeded here and had deep runs if they haven't won it. Someone like Gary Anderson, for instance, the last couple of years have not been good for him, but before that, his record here was simply unbelievable. He would always make the later stages of the tournament. But because there are more applicable talents in the event now, even winning your round one match is not a certainty.
Yeah, and if you look at the recent new first-time winners, they're coming on the back of winning big majors. Michael Smith, on the back of winning the Slam, comes in and wins the Worlds for the first time. Humphries, the same, on the back of winning pretty much everything, comes in and wins. Luke Littler made the final, won more than he lost in the year building up to the Worlds, wins the Worlds, and it's a new thing, because we were so used to, whether it be the domination of Taylor and then the back-to-back wins from Lewis, then the back-to-back wins, and then you add, and of course, Gerwyn Price, another one, wins the Slam. Well, he won it multiple times, but they all come on the back of winning big majors, and that's the genuine belief you need to win big titles.
Okay, let's have a look what we've got coming up then this afternoon. Andrew Gilding, former UK Open winner, takes on the debutant Cam Crabtree. Luke Woodhouse reached a Players' Championship and a Euro Tour final this year, takes on the Croatian Boris Kirchmar. And Gary Anderson, we mentioned him already, 2-time former winner here, takes on Adam Hunt, who needs a minor miracle to keep hold of his tour card. We start off Mario Vandenbogaerde against David Davies, and coming into it, Nico, Mario Vandenbogaerde is right on the line, isn't he? He's got a tour card at the minute, but he might not have come the end of this week.
Yeah, he's the bubble boy right now at number 64 in the world projected, and he hasn't won on this stage before. He lost a couple of years ago against Thibaut Tricol, so no fancy memories in getting back on this stage here at Alexandra Palace this year. And he's up against someone who hasn't played here before, but has built up a head of steam in 2025. We'll talk a lot about David Davies when he plays match one, because he's having the year of his life so far. He has been a close friend of Mark Webster for many years in North Wales.
We can't hold that against him.
And he's actually used Mark Webster old darts his entire career, and he loves to use a pear-shaped flight. It's a very old-school attitude he's got to the game. But outside of the PDC, he's the best player in Wales. He won the World Cup in Seoul, Korea with a team very recently. We could talk for at least 10 minutes about his achievements in 2025. And of everybody from that portion of the draw, Mario was thinking, oh, hang on a minute, he's a bit tricky. He can't take this guy for granted, even though he's on debut.
Yeah, a lot of the pundits like David Davies, and I sort of get it. He's won the Champions of Champions, which is a huge tournament, and the players that have won it before it, Nico, is Gezi Price won it. Look what he's gone on to do. Ryan Searle, Johnny Clayton, Paul. The list is endless. It's a real prestigious amateur tournament. But I can't ignore the fact that Mario's been playing at a higher level. David Davies, when he's been a top-up player, has made the last 16 of a Pro Tour. Mario's made the final. Mario's made the last 16 here in 2024. Although he is the bubble boy this week, he has been playing at a much higher level. And the bookies make him a 4-9 favourite. I make him right. I get why a lot of the pundits fancy David Davies, because of he's been just making new ground all year, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's been set goals and he's achieved them. Yeah. But I think this is going to be a step too far.
I was with you. I thought Mario wins this. I know you're very keen on David Davies, and Abby was very keen on David Davies.
I think if someone was to ask me to pick, I would refuse. I think this is a pick 'em game. I think it's 10 of 11.
That's not how this works, Paul Nicholson.
David Davies is quite a deliberate player, but so's Mario.
Yeah.
So if David Davies was playing one of the speed merchants, then I could make a case. But Mario's quite deliberate himself.
If I had to choose, I'd go Mario in 5 sets.
Okay, Chris, quickly, you 4 winners this afternoon. Who are you going for?
Yeah, I'm going for Mario. I love Cam Crabtree. I just think this is probably a little bit too early, and Gilding's just got too much knowledge. I like Boris as well to beat Woodhouse. I know everyone else is on Woodhouse. I think Boris is gonna score too big for Woodhouse. He's a great player, but he's one-paced. He does everything well, nothing brilliantly. And then Anderson, most 180s win match at 4-6.
Okay, good stuff. Mace will be with us this afternoon. Chris Murphy on commentary as well this afternoon. Part of the team here with hashtag Darts on the radio. With Nico and I taking you through game 1. Mario Vandenbogaerde against David Davies. We're just watching the pre-match interviews on the screen.
Hello and welcome to the greatest show on earth. This is the Paddy Power World Darts Championship. Go to from the Alexandra Palace, London. Brought to you by the PDC, and we are live on Sky Sports. And now making his Ali Paddy debut, the winner of the Challenge Tour. From Denby, Wales, it's David Davies.
And he's about to see his opponent
From Belgium,
go up the hockey as well.
Super Mario.
And this is a pretty good walk on Sunday.
It's David Davies, opening game of the afternoon, and I think it's fair to say David Davies, if he was a racehorse, we'd say he's sweating up at the off here. He's boiling. I'll tell you what, it's a lovely day outside, and we mentioned yesterday how warm it was in here. It is going to be roasting in here tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it most definitely is. Unseasonably mild. It's about 11 degrees at the top of the hill in London today. And when it's not around freezing, whatever warmth there is outside, it seems to follow through the doors and onto the stage. I wonder if David's caught a little bit of sun, in fact, before he came to this tournament. He might have done a Steve Beaton in getting a little bit of R&R before he takes on this challenge for the first time. The 40-year-old from Denbighshire in North Wales. Loving his dart shirt, by the way. Predominantly red, little fleck of white and green. It is very Welsh. And he's up against one of the most experienced Belgian players in the 52-year-old Mario Vandenbogaerde, who has this little bit of facial hair that makes him look like an art critic. But he is a very good dart player, and even at 64 in the world projected, he's had a pretty decent season.
Yeah, he has made the final of Players' Championship 28, lost to Ryan Searle. It was a great run for him there. He's never won here, just his second appearance, so we're going to see a little bit of history today. One of these is going to win for the first time. Race to 3 sets, 3 legs needed to win a set. And Davies starts off with a treble 20, but can't quite follow it in. But all in all, a pretty good 140 to kick off his world title chances.
Well, this is the first time that David Davies has played on a big stage with flights that are his own. He's using an old Mark Webster dart, around about 19 grams.
60.
Very uncomplicated setup with a teardrop or pear-shaped flight in his own design. He used to use Ryan Joyce pear-shaped flights and the old Paul Nicholson Asset silhouettes, but they don't make them anymore, so he's had to get his own made, and he's off to a pretty solid start. 3-1-7 after 6.
Yeah, it's not going to be the quickest game, is it? They will take their time. They're both quite methodical in their action.
60.
But it is a massive game. Davies not got a tour card. You wonder how long that will be the case, because he can clearly play, and he started off well here. Another 2 treble visit.
I think over the course of the last few years, he's been somewhat drip feeding us a little bit of extra exposure. I think Q School in January is a certainty for David after what he's done this year. But it's Mario who cracks the first maximum of this one. And that was a beauty with those new points in his darts, which look almost pixelated. Davies with a 140 leaves himself on 52 after 12. This is a really good start from the Welshman. Vandenbogaerde, even after the maximum, he's back on 201. Not for long.
And he's closing in. Treble 20 single 5, so he'd like another treble here.
85.
Doesn't find it. So Davies set for a hold to throw.
52.
He's looking at 52. 12 for tops will be his route. Just takes a moment. Just over the top. Can he slide one underneath? Yes, he can.
From the fifth leg.
Fist bump.
Davies.
Raises his fist to the crowd. Looks over at the VIP area. That's the first job done. Get a first holder throw on the board early on.
Yeah, very solid indeed from a man who doesn't mind being called Die,
77.
but to everybody else it'd be David Davies. A lot of people fancy him to win this game because of what he's done in 2025. He was part of that Welsh winning team at the World Cup in Korea just a couple of months back. But as a single,
57.
he's had a great couple of years at the Motor Super Series, winning multiple titles against some of the best players there. Also that Champion of Champions that Mace mentioned, which is a best-of-3 leg contest. That will harden him up to playing tight
60.
situations. But just getting into this tournament, you look at the people he beat. Jared Cole, Steve West, who's made the last 16 of this tournament. Tommy Morris, one of the up-and-comers from Dorset. Henry Coates, one of the best young players in Derbyshire and England. Carl Wilson, one of the best players in the south of England. And then he beat Shane McGurk in the final, who at that point was the WDF champion of the world. So that is no mugs list. He went through them all.
140.
Yeah, well, you don't want to dampen anybody's spirits in round one, but round two means Luke Littler, so it might be a one and done.
You should want that game.
41.
Well, you're going to be on peak audience, aren't you? There's going to be millions of eyes on it. It's going to be a game
Absolutely.
you want to be involved in.
Correct. It's like if you got Phil Taylor in the draw, embrace it, because your shop window is massive.
80.
What if you beat them? Then everybody would know your name.
Mario's made a decent start to the second leg. He's down to 144. Davies back on 343 and only 60 off that. So Vandenbogaerde's got time on his hands here. You mentioned that little, quite a goatee beard, is it? It's just like a line of fluff underneath his bottom lip.
60.
Looks like he should be wearing a beret of some kind.
Correct. Yeah, he should have some onions around his neck and a paintbrush in his hand. He's a particular kind of gentleman, is Mario. He's super friendly.
60.
But on the dartboard,
Mario,
he tries to kill you with
84.
kindness. He'll hit it and then he'll smile. Well, what's he going to do with 84 here? Big 20 with Davies back on 2-2-3. He doesn't have to go 14 ball. He's got the treble 16. That's a nice take there in the bottom left corner of the board. He hasn't got
76.
double 8 though. Misses it just on the inside by about half a centimetre. He will be back for double 4 though in the second leg.
Davies from 2-2-3. It's a treble. He scored with 2. And then comes down
99.
for cover. 99 scored to leave 1-2-4. Double 4 for Vandenbogaerde. And that is a nice clean shot. Takes it out with the first start in hand, and it's one leg apiece.
I only have one worry for David Davies this afternoon.
Game on.
Before I get to that, I like that he's got first game of the afternoon because he knows exactly when he's going to toe the hockey. It will be 1:45 in the afternoon. Say if you're
93.
third or fourth in the afternoon, you've got to wait to see how those games materialise. You might be on a little bit sooner, a little bit later, and for someone who's a bit nervous, that can be something that disrupts your preparation. Whereas if you're definitely playing a
55.
1:45, you know exactly when to peak. The adrenaline for Davies on the walk-on will have never been as high as it was right then. How does he then manage this longer format game when the adrenaline goes down?
60.
He played well in the first leg. Since then, he has not.
Yeah, but he's still in front on his own throw, and Mario's all over the show here. Treble 5, single 20 low, and then single 20
55.
high. Only 55, so Davies is in front by 43 points as he toes the hockey.
Yeah, he's on 3-4-8, which means that even with a maximum, he couldn't leave a finish. But he'll take that 140. That's his best score for a little while. Gets him back on a nice route towards a finish here in leg 3. It's one leg all on the talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Thank you for your company this afternoon. We'd appreciate it if you would like to subscribe if you haven't already. You can get all of the watch-alongs with myself, Mark Wilson, Chris Mason and Chris Murphy this afternoon, and all of the wonderful interviews we get with the players backstage.
Yeah, every player that wins, there'll be an interview on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. So we're speaking to one of these fellas whenever they reach the finish line. And at the moment, it's Davies who's in control of leg 3. 1 leg each, race to 3 sets. Davies on 1-2-6. Vandenbogaerde is looking to join him on a finish. He's got 70 points, so that's a nice visit. 140 gets him down to 111, so a bit of pressure all of a sudden on Davies.
Yeah, that means he's going to have to go for the 19s on the 1-2-6. He's got a small single, so 57 needed, gets it. Now he's looking for the bullseye on the big stage. And that one's a little bit over the top into the single 1.
Mario, you require 111.
With Vandenbogaerde needing 111 to break the throw. He starts with a small 19 as well. He'll need treble 20 now. He doesn't get it. He's just underneath. So Davies will return on 49 with Vandenbogaerde sitting
David,
on a double.
Yeah, he is indeed. Double 18. So Davies then 49. Looking at single 9 to leave tops. Hit it to win his opening leg of the match. Just over the top, maybe a centimetre too high. And the adjustment is perfect. It's another hold of throw. And it's 2-1 to the Welshman.
Some of these Welsh players, funnily enough, they get a crumb of comfort knowing that there is another Welsh person on the stage. Well, Davies is loving the fact that there's 2 up there. Because Hugh Ware, the referee, he's from South Wales. And Andrew Davies, no relation, on the left-hand side of the stage as the marker, is one of the most experienced officials in the PDC. So it's Wales 3,
57.
rest of the world 2 on the stage.
It is. No treble for either side of leg 4. Vandenbogaerde with a throw, looking to level up the opening set.
Yeah, these fans are in fine voice today, and why not? It's Saturday afternoon. A lot of them are probably winding down towards Christmas. They might have another week to go, but I think they're going to be winding down for the rest of the weekend, starting here. And why not?
Yeah, if you come into the darts, go big or go home.
134.
That's generally how it works in these parts. Vandenbogaerde on his own throw is 71 in arrears here, and Mario is yet to get going. Steady ton. Really, he's lost the darts here, and Davies could inflict some serious damage in leg 4 and engineer another break opportunity. He has had darts to win all the legs so far.
Those darts he's using,
100.
they are about 14, 15 years old. They have been battered from 22 grams down to 19 grams. I wouldn't be surprised if they're closer to 18 these days.
100.
Steady ton from Vandenbogaerde. Leaves him 181, but Davies with a 2-1 lead in the first set. He's on 210 and he's got a 60. If he can get another one for a 140, he'll get a chance to win the set. He'll have to settle for a ton, but it is an opportunity to win set 1 by 3 legs to 1. Still looking for the first ton plus check out of the match.
Yeah, Mario 85 scored. He's at a 96. Oh, another treble to leave double 18 again. Davies with a chance to break and win the opening set. 110 he needs, 90 left. Treble 18, just the wrong side of the wire, drifted into the treble 1. Not a million miles away, but in this game, a mil is as good as a mile. Double 18 for a level match.
You can sense this game's going to be really close. Double 18 missed by Mario high, and then a little bit further away, dart 3 just about nestles in the bottom half. That was a nice deflection off those white flights. It's 2-2 in the first set on the talkSPORT app and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. We are going to a decider in set 1, and Davies has the darts, and he also might have a maximum.
108.
He got it.
Great way to start the deciding leg of the opening set. Back comes Mario looking for a max of his own.
Did you see the Davies there when he hit the maximum? He gave it the old chin flick, a la Michael Smith. I quite like that.
Can't get a 4th perfect dart. Will we see perfection at the Palace today?
97.
If he gets a 9-darter today, David Davies, he might celebrate even more than when Mark Webster beat Phil Taylor on this stage. I think Mark still holds the high jump record for Wales, considering how high he jumped on the stage that day.
81.
And Mark Webster means a lot to David Davies. He's helped him an awful lot. It's a very tight-knit community in Denbighshire. If you're a world-class dart player from that neck of the woods, you're very well known.
Yeah. He's here, Webby. We've seen him. He was on good form, wasn't he, this morning when we saw him in the talkSPORT room backstage. Tells some shocking jokes, though. Absolutely shocking jokes.
He'll never change. He is the king of the dad joke on the tour. Well, Davies could be the king of the first set if he takes on 124. Mario's poised on 140. That's a big 20 for David. Treble 18, it's a beauty. Very central. Bullseye. Just missed to the right-hand side in the 25 for the set. And if Vandenbogaerde hits this 140, it would be a pinch.
He's not going to do it on this occasion. Single 20 just below the treble and then above it. He'd like one in the middle. Oh, only 60 scored. So Davies here, 9 for double 8, you would imagine. Double 8 for the opening set of the match. On debut, he's inside. It's double 4. A set dart bean, but his second one is in. A double man behind Luke Littler's rise. They've been with him from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts that he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni Auto scoring system, instant accurate scoring, and a slick modern way to sharpen your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying young talent in world darts, visit targetdarts.com and get on target.
Magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler gets on target.
Welshman on debut at the Alexandra Palace, who's made a confident start. 3 from 8 on the doubles, takes out the 3 legs on his own throw with finishes of 52, 49 and 25, and he is one set of the 3 he needs for an opening win here at the Alexandra Palace. Mario Vandenbogaerde will be hoping to fight back. Remember, he is 64th on the projected order of merit. He's got his tour card, but he's relying on a host of players behind him not winning a game. Andrew Gilding, Cam Crabtree to come, Luke Woodhouse, Boris Kurtzmark, Gary Anderson and Adam Hunt will round off the day. It's Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson for game 1 of the day. Nico, your thoughts on that opening set?
Yeah, it was a little bit cagey at times. A nice start from Davies in that first leg, very composed. But I think he needs to temper his interaction with the crowd. Maybe that can sometimes overtake the experience. You're up there to do a job. And I know people who are watching this and listening to this on the talkSPORT network that, you know, me saying that is a little bit like pot and kettle, but that's the benefit of experience, isn't it? My advice to David would be go up there, get into your zone and do your job. But he's going to have to win set 2 against the darts if he wants it. He protected his throw very, very well in that first set. And I think he must be in the experience. And Mario was back on the stage really quickly there because he knows that if he lets this guy fly, he's going to leave himself with too much to do. I think we should acknowledge the fact that after David had qualified for this tournament, one of the first things he did was he went to Ireland to play in the Irish Open, one of the biggest events in the WDF calendar. He went over there and won it. And you think, what a great warm-up for coming to Ali Pali for the first time, winning another tournament. Wherever he's gone this year, he's succeeded. This is just the biggest notch on the belt, getting an Ali Pali win and then getting that dream game with Littler. My word, all his Christmases would come at once if he were to take out Mario today.
Yeah, would indeed. Don't forget, double header of darts today. Jeffrey de Graaf takes on the legend that is Paul Lim later on tonight. Wessel Nyman against Carol Sedershet. That could be a really good game. Luke Humphries looks to regain the world title. He takes on Ted Everts tonight. And Gabriel Clements, a semi-finalist here a couple of years ago, takes on the American Alex Spellman. That could be a decent game. Spellman can play darts seriously, and that is wide open, I think, that clash that will round off day 3. We're with you every dart live on the talkSPORT app and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. All the videos, there's regular content going out each and every day, not just when the darts is on either, by the way, so keep your eye across that one. Plenty of football over on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 today. It is game day live, so a choice of, if you're on the app, you can switch between the two, of course, and you'll not miss any of our live sport output today.
I'm just looking at the rankings which are projected for post-World Championship here, Mark. And there's only 2 players right behind Mario in those projected rankings who would surpass him if Mario loses this game and they only win 1 match. It actually looks a lot worse than it could be. So Matt Campbell, who we will see a little bit later in the tournament against Adam Savada. A lot of people fancy Savada to win that game against Campbell. And Stephen Burton, his game a little bit later in the tournament, we shall wait and see. But if Mario were to lose this game, he'd obviously be on the chopping block in the rankings. But it's not out of the question that he could still keep his tour privileges. It will be unusual, though.
Yeah. But if he does win, that extra £10,000 lifts him above 3 others, I think, doesn't it? Or lifts him up to 62nd, I think, if he wins.
Puts him above James Hurrell and Lucas Venig before they play. This is arguably one of the biggest games of his career, but he's been in this situation before, and he wasn't able to get it done. So it's amazing how these things come around again, just to test you. Can you do it the second time it happens? We'll find out. Mario's on 2-8-1 here. After 6 starts, it's a good start to the first leg of the next set. Davies, 2 treble 20s followed by a treble 5 to leave him on 3-0-8.
The Belgian, Vandenbogaerde, playing okay. Of late, we mentioned he got to that Players' Championship final. It's his 2nd appearance here.
Yeah, he's been doing things this year, Mark, that he hasn't done before. A bit like Davies. Making that final of Players' Championship 28 in Leicester. He lost to Ryan Searle. But also, maybe even more to him, was making the final day in Antwerp at the Flanders Darts Trophy in front of his own audience.
60.
He wouldn't make the final session, but making the final day for the first time in a European Tour event, that's a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. You just get the feeling, if he can get over the hill and keep his card, that we're going to see a little bit more of him. I think he's growing in stature as a player. He's got 161 here. Davies is putting him under pressure. He's on 74. This for an early break for Davies. He's going to get a look at the 74 as well. 80 scored for Vandenbogaerde, 81 remaining. Can't find treble 15. So Davies then, real break opportunity incoming start of set 2.
Yeah, let's see what he does with the 74. He went for the 14s, gets a small one in the single department. Now he's got the single 20 and plenty of coverage over the top 4 tops.
34.
And speaking of that, he's well over the top of tops.
66.
Giving Mario a chance at 66.
This is one of those awkward ones, isn't it? He might only get 1 dart. Goes for treble 10. He's not a million miles away, but now he'll be across the 16 to lead tops to save his throw. Start of set 2. And Vandenbogaerde is short of the target, so we could be getting our first break.
Yeah, both of them are 33% on doubles, which is a bad sign for Mario, because Davies has got 3 darts at tops if he needs them. And he doesn't need 3, he just needs the 1. It's an early lead and an early break at the start of set 2 for David Davies, who apparently, based on what we can see on the stage today, Mark, he looks like he's been going to Gezi Price's dentist, because they are the shiniest things out there.
Well, you've commented on his tan, you've commented on his teeth. Anything else you want to critique while you're here?
I'll get there. One thing at a time.
What about his hair? How's his hair looking?
Oh, that's the same as normal. Just a little bit of product, nothing too fancy. Yeah. He's not Ryan Searle, and he's definitely not Manlok Leung.
25.
No, he may be the best coiffured dartist we know.
Yeah, he's definitely got the best hair in this tournament. Sorry, Peter Wright, but Hugo Leung, he's the benchmark now.
83.
I'm more a Mario man. Short back and sides. Well,
short back and everywhere.
Yeah, that's it. Not sure I could carry off the beard, though.
I think you should give it a try.
140.
I think facial hair in this sport is iconic, especially after what we saw from Andreas Harrison yesterday, beating Ross Smith, and we will see Simon Whitlock.
Yeah, but
82.
In the beard stakes, Harrison is the king. Make no mistake about that.
Don't say that to Simon, he'll take it personally. He is the beard to be feared, apparently.
Not anymore, he's not. He's been replaced. We've got a new beard to be feared, Harrison.
60.
He could go a long way in this tournament as well.
Mario's not having a very good second set here. Davies is just playing steadily. That's another ton from him. That's his 9th compared to that of Mario, who's only got 2. However, he has got twice as many 140s as Davies.
He has, but if you took the short odds on Vandenbogaerde, I think you'd be getting very worried at this point, because he's a set down, he's a breakdown, and he's not putting any pressure on Davies at the minute.
96.
Yeah, 96 it is for a 2-0 lead in the second set. He's already 1 set to love up. That's a small 20. He shifts to the left of the oche to try and up the treble 20, but he can't do it. He's got another small 20. Down for the 16s, and that's a very solid single, so he will be back for tops if Mario doesn't find 156.
Well, he might find it. He's hit a treble. Can he get another one? Plenty of room to the left, but he doesn't follow it in. He'll be disappointed there. That was a good opportunity, and he hits 140 to leave double 8, but Davies is back on tops, and he's been pretty decent this end of the boards. And he's in again. 2-0 he leads in the second set. Vandenbogaerde is throwing here to save himself from going 2 sets to 0 down.
Very much like a former Champion of Champions winner, Ryan Searle, Davies loves tops. Mario has got to stop him getting there. Got to try and outscore this guy. And so far in this set, he just can't do it. Davies has left tops twice. He's hit it twice. That's why he's 2-0 up. This is a very spirited performance from the man from Denbighshire.
Yeah, he's throwing a good solid game of darts, isn't he? High 80s average, 45% on the doubling. Decent. I don't think Luke Little will be losing much sleep at the minute, but that's a different story.
I don't think Littler would lose sleep if there was a meteor coming to Earth. He's that kind of relaxed character. When he was talking to us on the talkSPORT network after his opening night win, he was talking more about Bournemouth versus Manchester United.
60.
I wonder if he'll be off to that one.
He's going.
Is he?
Apparently he's going to be hanging out with Alex Ferguson.
As you do. Sir Alex. We should.
I do beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Sir Alex.
Yeah. Got an MBE on stage tonight, haven't we? Mr. Humphries.
Yeah.
Newly adorned, or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's
looked very smart at the Palace.
He always looks very smart, does Mr. Humphries, MBE. It's amazing how things change. He's now Mr. Humphries MBE.
Yeah. He's also now the number 2 in the world, but we won't mention that to him when we speak to him if he wins tonight.
There's certain ways you can talk about that. Speak to James Wade, that's the best he's ever done. Whereas Humphries, that's the worst he's done in the last 2 years. Now Davies on 217 here. He's found another beautiful 140 to leave a guaranteed look at 77 to win this second set by 3 legs to 0. He's starting to turn the screw ever so gradually.
83.
Certainly is. 77 needed for Davies to win the second set 3-0. There's treble 19. That leaves double 10. Almost a deliberate step away. And he hits the double. That is a very good set of darts, averaging 98. Takes all 3 legs, and now he's just potentially 3 legs. Opening game of day 3 at the Alexandra Palace here, the PDC World Darts Championship. Andrew Gilding, Cam Crabtree to come, Luke Woodhouse, Boris Kirchmann. We round off the afternoon with a 2-time former world champion. Gary Anderson takes on Adam Hunt. Then tonight, Jeffrey de Graaf takes on Paul Lim, Vessel Nyman, Karel Sedlacek, Luke Humphries, Ted Everts. Gabriel Clemens takes on Alex Spellman. Best of 5 sets for all those matches. But the first one, at the moment, Paul Nicholson might only need the 3 because David Davies is 2 sets to 0 up, averaging 90, 50% on the doubles. This has been a very, very competent debut performance so far.
That's absolutely the right word. A competent overall display, averaging just over 90 here, but 50% on the doubles. Somewhat inflated by the fact that he was pretty much perfect on his doubles in the second set there, Davies. He's got Mario in a world of hurt. And if this was Mario Kart, it is the Belgian who is languished a lap behind. He's going to have to go great guns from here. But chatting to a lot of the people backstage this morning about David Davies, my argument for him potentially winning this contest is that he's never been this confident. He's never been this good. So if he's not feeling good for a debut here in this current mood, then he maybe isn't ready for it at any point. Mario's got a lot of experience by playing in other tournaments, but it seems like this venue holds a little bit of a ghost for him. When he was last here, he lost to Thibaut Tricol by 3 sets to 1. It wasn't a fabulous match. So maybe this place, a bit like the Winter Gardens for Kim Huybrechts, just doesn't hold any good memories, and when he comes here, it's a real challenge.
Yeah, it's amazing how many times it happens, isn't it? Well, we had Jan van Veen last night, hadn't won on his 2 previous visits, but he got a first ever win, and he is safely through to round 2. Out of the seeds, we've only lost Ross Smith in that dramatic game, missed multiple match starts in his game with Andreas Harrison, and was made to pay the price. Will we see more seeds fall by the wayside today? Maybe not. We'll find out. I think that Gilding Crabtree game could be a potential banana skin, couldn't it, for Andrew Gilding?
Yeah, it's a game of 2 paces. So Crabtree's very much an address the hockey, get into position and throw them very quickly. Whereas Gilding has got this regimented process of striding across the hockey to his left, getting into position, and it's all very deliberate. As long as Crabtree is okay with the pace, I think he's the kind of young buck that will just go for it today, like he's got nothing to lose. So he's not bothered that he's got Gilding, the former UK Open champion. Crabtree's more the kind of player that worries about what he can do as opposed to what his opponent will do.
We'll find out whether Davis can get the job done here against Mario Vandenbogaerde. And it'll be Mason, Chris Murphy taking you through the Gilding Crabtree game. Woodhouse Kirchmar, intriguing game to come. Boris has beaten him the 2 times that they've played as well. So Luke Woodhouse, who has reached a Players' Championship and a European Tour final this year recently as well. So a lot of people are talking him up, but it's all right being talked about. You then got to deliver on the big stage.
Oh yeah, it's entirely up to you to get what you want. No one's going to give it you for free. That's what darts is all about. Just ask Ross Smith. He did everything right apart from win the match. And then Harrison picks his pocket. So if you go up there against Boris this afternoon expecting to win without putting in the yards or having the right mental belief, he's going to destroy you. It's not just because he's big, it's because he's one of the best dart players that's ever thrown a dart over multiple disciplines. Steel tip, soft tip, you name it. He's done electronic dart in Eastern Europe, he's done soft tip in Asia, he's done steel tip everywhere. He is a dynamic dart player, and there shouldn't be 1% of Luke Woodhouse's being that thinks he's going to stroll to victory this afternoon. He's been given the awful draw in a lot of people's opinion. Now Davies, when he got Vandenbogaerde in the draw, he's probably thinking, that's a game I can win. And so far he is.
Yeah. I think if they're... we heard, didn't we, on talkSPORT, is it Stephen Knight is part of the new Bond setup. He could use Boris Kirchmar as a baddie, couldn't he? He's 60. A Bond baddie, is Boris.
What a great idea. We've had
It
darts
scares me watching him on the TV.
We've had darts in Frasier, Friends, Big Bang Theory, Cheers. You've got 3 going bang right there for David Davies. He is growing in confidence, and as he does that, Mario may start to wilt. Maybe not. That's a great 140 riposte from the Belgian.
It is, but Davis is throwing this set. 3 holds a throw. He's not been broken yet. He lost 2 legs in the match.
100.
Davies' misses at the treble 20 are getting smaller and smaller. That was a really good ton from Davies to leave 164. And Mario's not going to leave a finish here. He's either side of the treble 20 there,
60.
and his last start is low. So it's 6 starts to hold his throw at the start of set 3, and Davies is doing everything right.
Certainly is. Live on the talkSPORT app and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Only 41 for Davies. Opens the door slightly. He's down to 1-2-3. Vandenbogaerde on 2-4-1. He's got to get a treble here. At least one.
Still hasn't got one after the first 2 darts.
100.
But ultimately gets one with dart 3 to leave 1-4-1. But Davies is still the favourite with the throw on 1-2-3 here. There's a treble 19 to leave 66. He's checking with the referee. That's good stage experience. But this is the biggest stage he's ever played on. And now he's got the bullseye for a 1-2-3.
98.
Just a bit over the top. He liked the line of it. Just had a bit too much sauce on it.
The 1-4-1 is on for Mario. Hits treble 17. Then he hits treble 18. That leaves double 18 just inside. The 1-4-1 was on, but he couldn't take it out.
Well, that's a real scare for Davies. Now he's on 25. He's got to take it out. That single 9 is right in the middle. Double 8 has missed high and to the right. It almost hit the single 11. The double 4 has missed. He's made a couple of key errors here, opening the door for Vandenbogaerde. Without hesitation, he's on double 9. Clips the wire on the outside. Has he left it too close? Apparently so. He splits the 9s.
10.
All he can do is hit a single 1 and leave double 4 now. So Davies comes back. He shouldn't have had this chance. Can he take it? He's hit a single 4, so he's down to 2s for the first time. He likes double 2. Au contraire to his countryman Johnny Clayton, who despises double 2. And now Davies is 2 legs away from being in the next round and setting up that wonderful pre-Christmas show with the world number 1.
60.
Yeah, he got a bit of luck there, David Davies, but he managed to capitalise on it, and he's now 2 legs away from a place in the second round here at the Alexandra Palace.
This darts business, it works in very strange ways sometimes. David, when he saw the draw bracket, I'm sure his sponsors will have said, well, you can have this much money per spot on your shirt, because if you win that first game, the commercial awareness of everybody around the world when he's playing Littler, prospectively, is like nothing he's ever faced or ever shown himself to be. And that will do him some good. Another 180 for Davies. That's his 3rd. He's really starting to grow in confidence here.
Yeah, back-to-back legs. He's had a max, and Mario, it's not happening for him. It's not happening. He's throwing mid-85, and he looks like 60. A fellow that's throwing mid-85 at the minute. He just can't string anything meaningful together at the moment.
Genuinely 2 millimetres under the 60 with all 3 darts there. That was not a bad visit. 3 darts magnetised together, but just 2 millimetres low on every shot. And Davies is able to pick off the shots as well. A bad visit is like 99, which he's just found to leave 164. That small 20 is getting a lot of attention for Mario. Same as Mervyn King yesterday, who was the mayor of the small 20. Davies 164. He's not going to go for it. He's going to try and lay it up for double 12.
83.
80 scored with the first 2, but then the treble 1 just makes the next shot a bit more difficult.
Yeah, it does. But to be fair, he took out the 77 with treble 19, double 10. This time it'll be treble 19, double 12. And Mario's breathing down his neck with a 140 to leave 84. So Davies here may only get a poke at the bull. Single 19, so 12, or the treble. It is single 12. Pulls ice. Scared it a couple of times, but this time he hits it. That noise, so different. And he celebrates Davies. He's 1 leg away on the back of that bullseye finish on the 81. He leads 2-0 in sets and 2-0 in legs.
That is a great finish. Acknowledged by a very classy Belgian at the back of the stage. Davies is having so much fun that he doesn't want this game to end, but the objective is to end it. You can't automatically walk up to the referee and say, "Oh, can we play another setup here? This is fun." No, David. You'd have to wait a week and a bit to play Littler if you win this leg or another one in this set. So far, so very good. This has been very steady.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because there's only 2 points in the average, but the feeling is that Davies has played so much better, and that's because he's hit 8 of his 18 at the outer ring or the bull, 44% on his doubles, 22% Vandenbogaerde.
Yeah, Davies has had twice as many opportunities.
100.
And I think that's where this game has been won and prospectively lost. But Davies cannot, at this stage, take his foot off the pedal. If he's been watching this tournament so far, he'll know that some people have been in this position and things have got a little bit sticky. So keep your foot down, do what you've been doing, and a chance will present itself.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Be patient. Don't force it. Great cover shooting. He's down to 177 on his own throw. Vandenbogaerde, though, is chasing. He's down to a finish as well now. 161 remaining with 2 darts in hand. He'd like another treble. And he delivers one. Good visit. He's down here to 81, and he's going to get a go at it as well.
Yeah, that was a classy ton 40 from Mario. And now he's got the shot that Davies has just hit to take a 2-0 lead in the third set.
57.
Only 57 from Davies, leaves 120 for the match. If 81 is not found by Mario, he's found a big 2, which means he's got 79. He's got treble 13 for tops. Gets the treble 13. That's really plucky. Tops to save the match. Boy, oh boy, is that a good double. That was in the epicenter of tops. Just in the nick of time. But let's see what the aftershock is in the next leg. That was a great break of throw.
Game on.
I can only imagine how annoying that is for Mario Vandenbogaerde. It's a great fit. I mean, he sums him up. It's a big 2 and he's going for treble 15, but then he hits treble 13. And like you said, he couldn't have walked up and put it any better in the board in the tops. But he's thinking, where's that been? And why is it happening now? Why didn't it happen half an hour ago?
That is exactly how dart players think. If you've had a couple of sets that you've lost and then you start playing well, the automatic thought is, where were you 20 minutes ago? Well, Davies is at the point where he can see the white line. He's just got to cross it. Ross Smith could not do it yesterday.
140.
Davies has never been in this situation before, and he'll be learning a lot about himself on the fly right now.
And we're in that. This is the beauty of the set play, is that Vandenbogaerde holds here and then gets a break in the next leg. And he'll have the throw in set 4. In effect, you've got a level game in a game that he's never had a sniff in.
Indeed. We talked about it yesterday with Ricky Evans.
100.
He was playing Simon Whitlock a few seasons ago. He was 2 sets to love down. He was 2 legs to love down in set 3. He won the game. It was a remarkable turnaround, but when you dissect it,
96.
it is very doable. As long as you get that supremely timed break of throw and you can hold strongly. 303 Davies. Looks like he might be out of this leg with Mario approaching
45.
a finish, but only 45, leaves 146. If Davies can use the 19s effectively, he could leave a finish as well.
Yeah, 7 of them. He's hit a single, so he needs 2 trebles to leave the big fish. Can't adjust over pitches, so go back up north. Hits the treble 20, but not on a finish. So 2 visits for the 156 to level up set 3. 2 sets to 0. Davies leads. First one's in. So's the second one. Double 18 for a 156. Rattles the wire on the outside.
That would have been the first ton plus checkout of the match. Davies still trying to approach the finishing zone from 205. He will get on a finish, you feel. But how small can he make it? 2 single 20s. Gets a beautiful bullseye at the end. That could be key if Mario misses double 18 again. We're about to find out. 3 darts in hand. Only needs the 1. And it's 2-2 at the end of set 3. Either Mario's back in the match or Davies is about to set up a game with Luke Littler. Now, during the last break, Mark, Mario didn't leave the stage. It seems like he's gaining a little bit of extra sharpness in this set because he's averaging 94 for the last 4 legs.
And all of a sudden, Vandenbogaerde is on top on the averages, and all the pressure in the world is on David Davies.
42.
Only 42. Vandenbogaerde wins this leg. He halves the set deficit. And he's in the red bit. Can he get another one? I think he's coming for cover. He is. Couldn't find it, but he's half a dart in front after one visit.
Half a dart you would take. Try and make that a full dart by the time you've had a visit more each. 4.59 is not a nice number to be on after 3 darts. And that is a welcome treble 19 for the Welshman. Gets himself down to 3.63. He's still only half a dart ahead. But for how long?
Well, he's not had a chance, as he's not had a dart to win the match, Davies. But you mentioned he's got to the finishing line. All of a sudden his legs have got a bit wobbly. It seems to be getting further away.
Yeah, it's known as the Brownlee situation. He could do with a big 140 here, Davies. And he only musters 85. That is not a good 85 either. He got the 5 with the last dart. It's advantage Mario. He's got the darts now. Yeah,
he has. I think Mario's feeding off Davies' body language. You could see it then when he hit the single 5. No
58.
treble for Mario. So he's in front, but not as far in front as he would have wanted to be. 72 to the good. Davies at the hockey now.
What do we give for a 140? It'd only be his 7th if he gets it. And he has got it as well. You heard that on the talkSPORT network, because that was his biggest yelp of the match, and it was only a mid-leg 140, but it's 138 to win the game. He's going to be under big pressure from Vandenbogaerde. He's got a 140 as well, and he's left a 2 of 66. Match-winning chance for the Welshman.
Can't get the treble. Vandenbogaarde's going to get a go to win the 3rd set. Nothing the Welshman can do. He's left double 19. Will he get a look at it? Vandenbogaerde for the 3rd set. 66 he needs. Single 15. So he'll stay there. That leaves double 18 to save his skin and keep the game alive. He's hit the wrong double 4. And Davies has got 3 darts for the match.
So what does he do? He couldn't leave his favourite tops from 138. He's had to leave 38, and he's going to split it. 6 for double 16. The 6 is good. Match dart. Misses double 16 by half an inch right. And then misses double 8 to win it 3-0. His emotions on the stage are there for all to see. And now Vandenbogaerde can make it feel even worse by nicking the set and taking us into set 4.
Double 14. Outside. Can he use that as a guide? No, he's inside. Double 7. The pressure, massive, and he misses. Vandenbogaerde. That could be the last dart he throws as a tour card holder. He shakes his head, and Davies coming back for double 4.
In the best year of his career so far, this is his moment. 3 darts in hand at double 4. Misses inside. Double 2 again. Now he's on double 1 to win the match by 3-0. And he's fallen apart a little bit. Vandenbogaarde's got a very difficult looking 7 points left. But the experience that David Davies has just had, it's why this game is so difficult.
Double 2 to win the 3rd set in dramatic circumstances. He moves the wire. Can he get one in and stay alive? No! No for Mario Vandenbogaerde. Not so Super Mario that time. Davies, having missed 5 match darts, is back for double 4.
Now he's very glad that he bust double 1. He is back to double 4. And this time David Davies does get over the line.
He loses his tour card from 2026 onwards, but it's David Davies who gets it done. He wobbled violently at the end, but he did get it done.
I think going through that situation will do him the world of good, because that is something that you can't practice. You can't put yourself in that position in your local darts club or in any other place when you're on the cusp of winning a debut match at Ali Pali. That's something you go through in your mind, but you can't ready yourself for actually being there. Now that he's been through it and he's won it, he will feel 10 feet tall. Really looking forward to hearing from Di at the end of that one, and his experience on the stage. I'm sure that was a bit of a thrill.
Yeah, Luke Woodhouse, Boris Kurchmar and Gary Anderson, Adam Hunt will be on the way. Coming up next, Andrew Gilding, UK Open winner a couple of years ago, takes on the debutant Cam Crabtree, bright young talent Crabtree. Could be a good game, that way. Will be a good game. You'll hear it with Mace and with Chris Murphy coming up next on the talkSPORT app and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. But a debut win for David Davies. He's seen off Mario Vandenbogaerde by 3 sets to 0.